All right, welcome. We'll get going on this in a second. Some tech issues. All right. All right, this is the immortal John Hancock, and we're here for another live game chat. And I'm here to talk about your collector questions that you have, and I'm happy to just answer any questions you have about video game collecting. Just I'm gonna wait for some people to come on here, and looking forward to it. Great. Been a great night. Just recovering from the day today. It's been a long week, and so look forward to it. Just to be on here and to answer any game questions that you have. All right, Darla. Darla says, "Hey, the germ's on here. How's it going?" All right. So, do your kids like Genesis games? My kids do like Sonic, and Sonic is still relevant now. And so I would say my kids would probably see Sonic and like Sonic. Do they like other Genesis games? I don't know if they've been exposed to a ton of them. So to be honest, I don't know about that. Yes. Coyote Kelly, what's up? Krillin, how you doing? Krillin64 in the house, moderating for me. All right, just picked up the Disney. Nice. The Disney 2-pack. Nintendo Gamer, hello. Jason X, how you doing? Want to welcome everybody on 14 on the live stream. Yep, I do these about every other week, and this is kind of a last minute thing to do, and I wanted to do a live game chat tonight. And as well as, I had this round coming back from East Coast, and so I was in New York last week, and it was crazy. Yes. How's it going? World of Curiosities. How's it going? Patch Adams, hello. So bring your questions about collecting, and we'll go from there. So 22 people on. Timothy, how's it going? Yeah, I like doing these too. I like connecting with fans of the channel. There's just I've been so busy lately. It's crazy. And so, between YouTube and teaching and expos, it's been a crazy month. And so, yes. Hey, do you have Thomas the Tank Engine on Super Nintendo? Yes. Yes, I do, Nintendo Gamer. Yeah, great to see fellow friends and meet some of you in person, which I did on the East Coast. That was a lot of fun. Doing that. And I look forward to, going to other expos. It's just been a crazy time. Yeah, I didn't see the gaming goodies, Krillin. Been kind of busy today, but yeah, that was pretty nuts. How's it going? Found some crazy things. So the Germ says it found some crazy things in the last 10 days. A new PS Vita at a military store called Extra inside West Point, and a new Wii system with Wii Sports at Goodwill. Yep. What games do you plan on playing during Christmas break? That's a great question, Brad C. So I want to say yes. So games I plan on playing, probably the Star Wars game. And so the new Star Wars game from EA, I want to check that out. Marcio Santos, love your channel, hugs from Brazil. Thank you. Coyote Kelly, I'm trying to up my Atari 400 collection. Do the Atari 800 games work on the 400? Depending on what it is. And so, yeah. So, most games work on your Atari 400. Some Atari 800 games are not compatible and vice versa. Yes. What are your views on the, so Michael Beck, what are my view on Sega CD Repro prototypes? Just for having it to play in a collection like I have, great. Yep. Penn and Teller's everywhere. So they do like charity charity events around Desert Bus. So yes, I'm fine with that. What's the best Lego video game in your opinion? Probably the Star Wars Saga, the episode 1 through 6. That's a lot of fun. What do you think about collecting rare video game boxes? Well, that's nice. A good example. So I was trying to set up my gaming setup this right before this, and my monitor fell. And so having rare boxes, you just make sure you have them protected. And so things can happen, and that's why I have a lot of game protectors on my boxes to keep from major accidents happening. I'm just going to throw this out there. So Dragon's Lair, this was an aftermarket on the Super Game module, and it's probably sought after, but having a nice game box on it will keep it nice. But if you don't care about that, it's just rare game boxes are nice to have, but they take up space and are susceptible to being damaged. So yes. Collecting for the 360. Now's the time. Now's the time to collect for 360. Yes, I am excited about playing the new Lego Skywalker Saga. Can't wait. Do I view the Sega Pico as a console? Yeah, it's educational. It's an educational console, yes. Was there ever a special prototype? No, it's just unreleased and dumped, and there's copies of it around. People have taken artwork even from an unreleased prototype and made their own. How into the Nintendo Switch are you? That's a great question. I like it. I collect for it, but I'm not like hardcore for it. It's too expensive right now. Everything's brand new. Down the road, hopefully I can pick up some used games. But yeah, yeah. Do you have any of the Game Shark collection? Yes. Yes, they should work too. What old school RPG would you want to get the Final Fantasy VII treatment? Front Mission 3 would be actually on top of my list. I'd love to see a new Front Mission. Favorite zombie game? Resident Evil 4. Hello from Cincinnati, Ohio. 74 people watching. Thank you. What is your thought on Nintendo not doing month releases anymore for retro games on their online service? They must think that it's not worth it, or that the Switch is doing well by itself. I mean, it's selling. Curious why they're not doing that. They have such a backlog. It's so frustrating that they don't touch that. They had the Virtual Console on previous on the Wii U and the Wii and the 3DS, and the fact that they don't have that presence on the Switch is just baffling, especially when it's kind of the only way to play Nintendo consoles. I don't know. I'm frustrated with it, but some people may not care. I don't know. Maybe they feel like it would just flood the market. I don't know what the reason why they're not doing it, but they're not doing it. So I don't know why. It's frustrating. What's the most expensive games you got on each consoles? That's a loaded question. I don't know. I have quite a bit on each collection. I haven't looked up values recently, so it's hard to answer. What's your thoughts on the Doom series, Wesley Wolf? I like the Doom series. Haven't played it recently, but yeah. All right, 73 people on. Lots of questions coming in, trying to field them as best as I can. Wife found me a Texas Instruments TI-4A, including expansion system at a garage sale for $30. Nice. What do you feel the best kids Wii games? Non-first party. Carnival Games is an amazing game for the Nintendo Wii. So Carnival Games would be my go-to game for kids. What about Robotron 2084 did you fall in love with? Just the intensity of the game. It's a classic twin-stick shooter. A lot of fun. I love playing it. Welcome everybody on. Yeah. What do you look at? Which next-gen console you're most looking forward to and why? All depends on prices. And so I want to see what the Switch is going to do, the Switch Pro. That actually might be my next console, depending on when it's released. PS5 looks expensive. We'll see. Big fan here from Dallas, Texas. Thank you, Said214. Scariest game you ever played? One left that messed you up. Eternal Darkness was pretty messed up. I actually thought my console was broken because of the weird stuff that game does. I'm not going to ruin it. Go check out Eternal Darkness for Nintendo GameCube. A lot of fun. Nevermore. Haven't done a family search that far back. So, all right. Any word on Turbo Mini? Will you be getting one? Possibly, yes. So, you finally got a Sega Genesis Mini. Haven't had any chance to check it out. Any thought on disc rot and game collecting? Well, I know it's around, but I think it's overblown on how bad it is. I think if you store your games properly, you won't have an issue. What was your best eBay auction win? Best eBay auction win. Ooh, probably Surprise the Dinosaur Peak a long time ago. Got it for a good deal. Alex, to answer your question, I did a whole video on my Expo experience. So if you're curious on how it was for me at the Expo, come check out my last video I did about New York. What's your favorite Super Nintendo game? I'm a huge Super Nintendo fan. Oh, that's a tough one. Oh, gosh. Where do I start with that? Super Nintendo is amazing. I don't talk about it enough on my channel. There's so many classic platformers that kind of get overlooked by Nintendo first-party stuff. I like kind of that third-party stuff on Super Nintendo. Super Castlevania 4. Run Saber is kind of a hidden gem that's really good on it. I like playing that. Lots of good things. Are you a fan of the Metal Gear Solid series? Yes, I am. I haven't played any recent, but yes, I do like the series. Everybody's talking about Super Nintendo prices going down soon. They're not going to go down rock bottom. They may stabilize because a lot of these mini consoles, there's a lot of people that can't afford Super Nintendo prices anymore. So they're just picking up a mini console, calling it good. So, Christopher Benjamin, when did you pick up South Park 64? How long after release? Thoughts on it? Aged pretty bad, hasn't it? Yes, South Park 64 is not aged well. And so I don't play it. It's just not a great game. It was a popular show that sold the game. I have not beaten a large percentage of my games because that's not why I collect. So, yes. Did I like Dead Space? What little I did play, yes. Will there'll be an N64 Classic? Guaranteed there'll be an N64 Classic. So, I do think that there'll be one. Yes. When did you want to see their... Oh, well, I kind of talked about sales figures and do they matter? You know, the PS4 is a solid choice, and it still will be a solid choice moving forward. So it'll be really interesting to see the price of the PlayStation 5, and is that going to entice somebody to pick it up? You know, with the PS4 cheap, I mean, this Christmas there's going to be some crazy stuff. Yeah. Hey, Brett Weiss, just to let you know, I did a review of Star Wars Pinball. Yeah, just want to let you know. Just before he asked that question, I did a video already. Yes. So yeah, keep the questions coming in. 97 people watching. Thanks for being on. What games do you recommend on the PS4? Jeez. Dark Souls trilogy, the God of War, Horizon Zero Dawn, all the multi-plat games pretty much that are popular. The Spider-Man games, fantastic from what I hear. Red Dead Redemption 2. Game of the year? Oh, that's impossible yet. I still need to play the Star Wars game. There's a ton of stuff I haven't played, so I wouldn't be able to say my game of the year yet. I need to play some other things. What's your favorite '90s video game? Ooh, probably X-Wing or TIE Fighter on PC. How far the Breath of the Wild did you get? About halfway. What game did you play today, or the last game you played? I haven't played a game for enjoyment in a while. I've been really slammed with getting ready for the museum at Portland Retro Gaming Expo. Then I jumped right into getting ready for Syracuse, came back. I have a student teacher in my classroom, and I'm helping with that extra work. It's been awesome. So, yes. I like the Streets of Rage 4 artwork. Do you game more on Xbox One or PS4? Xbox One. Favorite LucasArts game? I think I said it. Pretty hard to go wrong with TIE Fighter. TIE Fighter's pretty amazing. If you're going non-Star Wars, like Full Throttle's pretty great. Last game I beat, probably New Dawn, Far Cry 5 New Dawn for like a big game. 100 people on. That's awesome. Thanks everybody for being on. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Keep them coming in. No worries, Brett. No worries. All right. What's your favorite console that is also a great media box too? Oh, that's hands down it's the Xbox One X. And so I like that just because it's really easy to hook up to your cable. It's great to play Ultra Blu-rays. I really enjoy it. It's been a fantastic console. Do you like the Ace Combat games? Yeah, I wish I played them more. So yes. Police Knots or Snatcher? Snatcher. More experience with it. Oh, I totally need a break. And so, talking about that, I'm recovering from Expos. I'm tired. I'm really tired. And so, really going to enjoy this weekend. It's a 3-day weekend here in the States. Thank you for welcome from Brazil. Thank you. Did you road trip with Jason to any conventions lately? Nope, I flew. So, yes, just recovering. And so, just enjoying some downtime, hopefully this weekend. My car just broke down, so I gotta take care of that. It runs rough. It's one of a couple things. It's either ignition coil, spark plug, or an air filter. But I got a rough idle. Just happened today too. So it happens. Nothing I can't handle. No, I don't. I don't have Harmful Park. Yes. Yes, there's good ways to play Robotron at home. Yeah, absolutely. Michael E., you're talking about my favorite game. There's several releases of Robotron 2084. There's Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo. There's a Midway Treasures on PS3, Midway Arcade Classics, GameCube, PS2, and Xbox, I do believe. So there's a million different ways of playing Robotron. You go old school, Atari 7800. Yep. Always something, roll with the punches. Well said. You know what? Things just come your way and you just kind of roll with them. That's just how life is. Are you going for a full Wii U collection? I have a basic Wii U set. Not all the variations. There's a ton out there. I have not completed my 360 shooter collection. Nope. What is your best collector system? It's hard to say. What's your go-to Nintendo game when you go back to that console? Probably Castlevania 3. I love Zanak. I love Zelda 2, The Adventure Link. I love Adventures of Lolo. I like Kickmaster. I mean, the Nintendo Entertainment System has so many like timeless classics that I love playing. So I like going back on that all the time. Good night. Have a good one. I'm not going to good night. Someone's Turning it in. I don't blame him. Do you think the Xbox Scarlet will have full backwards compatibility? Fingers crossed. I have no idea. But what if they did? That'd be awesome. Yes, Zanac X Zanac is awesome. Christopher Benjamin, thank you for the contribution of $4.99. What arcade game do you believe you have achieved an impressive high score on? And what game is it? What's the score? And do you practice that? Do you still practice that game? Impressive. I don't know. Robotron 2084. I can get a couple 100,000, and I think that's okay. Is that impressive? No. Is the average person can get that? Probably if they haven't played it, but I do practice that when I can. Do I like horror games? Not too much. Yeah, AutoZone code read. Yep. Yeah, I have a mechanic too that's gonna fix it. It's just frustrating because it's like the last thing I want to go wrong, but it happens. Yep, M Classic is a nice picture for certain retro consoles. Yes. Thank you. Have a good Veterans Day. Most appreciated. Which is harder for you on the Nintendo? Bucky O'Hare or Silver Surfer? Silver Surfer's pretty rough. Can't wait to play more OG Xbox games on the Xbox Scarlet. $103 people on. All right, keep the questions coming in. Would you say you know more gamers in their 20s, 30s, or 40s? Probably 30s and 40s. Am I jumping on Stadia or sticking to PS5 or Xbox 2? I have no really interest in checking out Stadia. Hello from the UK. Yeah, PS2 and Super Nintendo controllers sound like they're pretty good for Robotron. Yes. Not much I can tell you about this chair other than I've had it for a while. And it works. My son likes it. Do you think the Nintendo can keep the momentum with the Switch? That's a great question. 16 bits. Can Nintendo Switch keep the momentum? That's really hard to say. You know, we have new consoles coming out, and they're going to be fantastic. They're going to offer graphics that, honestly, the Nintendos only can dream of. They're going to have very advanced online capabilities, streaming. They're also going to probably be fairly expensive, and they're not going to have the Nintendo exclusive. Nintendo is really rallying its troops, and it has an amazing fan base, and so they're really snatching up Nintendo games, you know, selling impressive numbers. But also, people don't realize how impressive the other sales numbers of other Xbox and PS4. So yes. All right. Are the Atari 5200 controllers as bad as they said to be? Yeah, they're pretty bad. Hello from Texas. Welcome. I think the Switch might slow down after more competition comes out. We'll see. When you first played Mario 64, what was your initial reaction? I loved it. I was impressed. I was blown away. I thought it was an amazing. It was really impressive when it came out. How many Super Famicom games do you own? Not a ton. Probably 20. All right, let's get going. 24 minutes in. Oh, what do I think of Jim Carrey playing Eggman? I don't know, over the top. And the movie's going to be like, I actually think the movie's going to be like on the same level as like Pixels. Like, I think it's going to be a video game movie, I don't think it's going to be great. I don't think it's going to be absolutely terrible. It's going to be a little bit in the middle. So, yeah. Right? Was I a Blockbuster video game renter back in the day? Yes, I was. Not a ton, because I lived far away from one, but I did rent it every now and then. I bought more games from them used than rented, because their late fees were really expensive, and so that I usually went to mom and pop places to rent my video games and movies. What console generation did you have the most time to play games for that you remembered? 16-bit. I mean, Genesis, Super Nintendo, TurboGrafx. Amazing console generation. What's your favorite original Game Boy game? Off the top of my head, I'd have to say Batman. Batman's pretty impressive. And Super Mario Land 2. Metroid 2 is good as well. I like to play Burnout 3 and X-Men Legends on my Xbox One. Soon. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, questions about the museum, that will have to be determined when it gets set up. I have no idea at this point. Nintendo had some great music, yes. Favorite, Paul Phoenix asked, who's your favorite Tekken character? It's Paul. I like Paul Phoenix. So Paul Phoenix is typically who I play with when I play Tekken. What are you doing for Thanksgiving? Who cooks what on the menu? Cooking for Thanksgiving is typically done by family, and so we go to family's house, and we don't have to do cooking, and that's that. And usually it depends who cooks year to year. It's sometimes wife's side's family typically. We've done it too. Yeah, Atari Lynx also does have Robotron, but I wouldn't recommend that over the other versions. 101 people on. Gonna do about 50 minutes tonight. I gotta get ready. I got several things I gotta take care of this weekend. And do I like any? So I want to say I'm gonna do about 50 minutes. I want to thank everybody for that. Yes. Hello from Argentina. Loved your work. Thank you so much. Do you like any of the Darkstalkers games? Zachary. I do. Can you tell us about Alien vs. Predator for the Jaguar? Christopher Benjamin. Real quick, Doom-style game. You can choose 3 different characters. Alien, Predator, Marine. They have different abilities and mission and objectives. A lot of fun. Favorite snack while gaming? Anything in front of me. I got like chicken nuggets right now. So, one moment. I'm going to have a piece. I'm pretty hungry. Don't mean to eat in front of you. Do you find screen time at night causes sleeplessness? Yes. Screen time is a major issue, and looking at it and checking things, don't do it. Turn your phone off and go to bed to get better night's sleep. Take that from a professional person that has anxiety. Sorry, I'm eating. I'm just hungry. Good questions. Good questions tonight, people. Thank you so much, Sika1. I just like talking games. And I love connecting with people that support the channel. And it means the world to me. And so I love talking about collecting games, and a lot of passionate collectors out there. The lads band forever. Hey John, here's a fin for you and your son to share a jar of Clausen kosher mini dills. Yeah, people still comment on that pickle video. So yeah, it's funny too. I'll do something else funny for April Fools or something. We'll see. Might mix it up a little bit. Most appreciated. Thank you, the lads band forever. Cheers. Thank you. Do you have a light you run past CD-ROM games over to check for disk rot? No, I have a program and a special CD drive. Check my Facebook video with my Saturn, and I did it with a rare Saturn game. Am I going to subscribe to Disney Plus? Yes, I am. To get The Mandalorian. Yes. Yes, Mortal Kombat Sega CD does have an extra song, I do believe. Am I ready for the new Rick and Morty? My kid's more excited about that, yes. Krillin64, thank you for coming on and being a great moderator. Camp Blood 70, thank you. Where does the 6th generation fall in terms of your favorite console generations? Remind me what the 6th generation... Is that 360? PS2? I forget what 6th generation. I mean, there's so many. Kyle. Hey, John. Big fan, a new collector. What games should I and other collectors look out for? Well, I would look out for the ones that you grew up with that are cheap, or like a couple generations back, like Game Boy Advance and DS. Those are pretty cheap right now. Go after kind of the staple. Go after games that have good play value. You're going to get more bang for the buck. You know, and go for stuff that's just that you know of. Then you can go down the rabbit hole and collect the weird stuff. Just go after the stuff that you remember playing. Yeah. Thoughts on Rise of the Skywalker final trailer? Christopher, I think that Rise of Skywalker, I think Palpatine's definitely dark side. Oh, GameCube, Game Boy Advance, original Xbox, PS2. I was a little bit off. Okay. So, I really love GameCube and Game Boy Advance and original Xbox. And PS2's okay. I always got on multi-plat, I always got original Xbox or GameCube because they typically were better on than PS2. But the PS2 had so much. Mm-hmm. Yes. 3DO's 4th gen. That was funny. Kevin, nice post. I love the 3DO. Oh! Got a new edition. Alright. Got D. It's missing one of the discs, so I now have both. So, complete copy of D to go with the box art. So, yes. Yep. Thanks, everybody, for being on. 111 people. All right, Justin said, when you first started collecting, did you keep defective games and consoles so that you could check them on your list until you got working games, or did you completely avoid them? I tried to go after working stuff because I didn't come across a lot of doubles. I was in a pretty dry area. I was just really blessed to have what I have. And I was collecting a lot of things at yard sales when it wasn't popular. So, did I come across doubles? Yeah, but I was just that collector that just collected one of things. I didn't buy everything up and you know, I had games, but there was other video game vendors and resellers at the time. I usually just would buy games from them. So yeah, what collection do you think you will complete next? Sika 1, I don't know. For me, I'm getting close to being done with space. I really think it's time to kind of, the next step is to get my game collection somewhere else. And so I want to get like maybe GameCube greatest hits and 3DO and some smaller stuff. But really, I talked about this at my panel, how sometimes going after these sets, I have more than enough to start a collection on display permanently, and I really want to work towards that. And so seeking out large collections now, I don't have the space, and I really it's time to like start moving forward with with doing something with my collection, and I really want to spend some time with that. It's going to take a while. So that's kind of where I'm at. 3DO, I want to like to finish 3DO, maybe some smaller stuff, maybe GameCube, but honestly, I'm out of space. Do you belong to any video game subscription services? Nope. I was, but then I was getting stuff I didn't really, that I really needed. Did you have a good chat with Leonard Herman? Yeah, I did, Brett Weiss. Thank you. All right. 113 people on, and thank you, friends, for being on. Yeah, I'm at 32 complete collections, and that's more than I ever wanted to climb. And really now I want to turn my attention to doing something with it and getting more focus on that. Paul Phoenix, thank you. Thank you very much, Paul Phoenix. Most appreciated. I have a total problem trying to play stuff sometimes. Sometimes I just look and what am I going to start? I think you can have too many options to play sometimes and get overwhelmed. Fondest gaming memory? Actually, I really appreciate Mr. Swalls. Really thank you for saying that. I have so many positive memories of small group gaming conventions with my good friends, Jonathan Rose, Corey Strite. We did this gaming club, and we'd meet at a game store, and we'd have like a theme, sports or scary, and it was just close friends, and it was just like a couple CRTs and consoles, and I'd play the Ouya there, and I'd be with friends. And it was great. I beat one of the first club meetups. I beat Ghouls and Ghosts with my good friend Jonathan Rose. And so, yeah. So, Lucky Bugsy, yes, I collect magazines. One moment. So, here's a blast from the past. This is something you don't see every day. I might as well share it. Electronic Fun. Brett Weiss, if you're still on, it's in really nice shape too. And what's cool about this specific issue is that it talks about the ColecoVision expansion module number 4 with like the super wafers or whatever. It has pictures of that in there. I want to take it out. It's kind of fragile, but anywho, wanted to show you that. Thank you so much. Great question. What am I going to play? Are you going to get the Capcom arcade controller console? No, probably not. Depressingly accurate description of my Steam library. Yeah, I'm being honest. Sometimes I just get overwhelmed. Shaz Khan, how do you feel about PRGE moving to August? I think that's going to make some people not go, and I think it's going to make other people able to go. And so it's just going to be, I think it's going to continue to grow. PRGE is so huge that I think people are going to continue to go to it. I know I'm going to be there, so... Thank you. 127 people on. I'm going to do it to about 50 minutes. So, to about 7:50. So, I got about another, 11 more minutes. Do I collect anything other than video games? I like watching football. Game Nerd 80. Have you noticed how expensive PS1 games are getting? Nope. Thank you, BK, for your comments. Yeah, PRG is definitely awesome. Hello from Houston. Seahawks, yep. Have I played Luigi's Mansion 3 yet? Nope. Hello from Houston, Chris McVeigh. Hello. Chuck Van Pelt, how's it going? Check out the PRGE website for details on why we had to move to August. Yes. Yeah, so yeah, they explained why they had to move to August. It was out of their control, and again, I'm a huge fan of the Expo. I was one of the original people kind of get that going with other organizers such as Chuck Van Pelt, Toby, Rick, myself, some other organizers, and I'm always going to be there and looking forward to bringing part of my collection to the next PRGE. I'm always liking to help out with that show, and so yeah, you can go on their website and find out why they had to move to August. I don't think it's going to affect them one bit. There's going to be a ton of people going. Oh yeah, thank you, Chris. Enjoyed your Fairchild video. Recently picked one up. Awesome. Was just playing Batman Joker Returns on Nintendo. Man, what a great game. So what are your thoughts on E.T. and Pac-Man on the 2600? Console killers? No, they weren't console killers. Pac-Man's more playable, I think, than E.T. Pac-Man just doesn't look great. But actually, ironically, I ran into Todd Fry, who was the programmer of the Atari 2600. And the reason why, Pac-Man was made in like 6 weeks. And so it's impossible that someone will pull that off. And so the programmer of Pac-Man was at PRG. Nice guy. And he got to see my Genesis collection. It was really, really nice. Yeah. Do I have the game guide? Panzer Dragoon Saga game guide? No. Pac-Man Jr. is great. Maze Jam, Pac-Man Jr. on the Atari 2600. Amazing, amazing game. Oh, cool. Chris McVeigh, make sure you test your Bally Astrocade if you pick one up, because those typically don't work. Favorite part of my collection? Probably my Genesis. What's your PC collection like? Small and disheveled. I have other than Amiga and Atari ST and stuff, I have a lot of little stuff, yeah. But nothing of volume, nothing like Metal Jesus or anything. I'm mostly a console collector. Did you get to play any of the Star Wars pinball machines? Yes. 126 people on. I want to thank everybody for being on this. Really appreciate people taking time out of their day to... What's your second favorite Sega console? Second favorite, huh? Well, if Genesis is number one, probably Saturn is number two. Though it's tough because Saturn had so many amazing imports, which I don't have. But I really like the Saturn library, and then Dreamcast is third, probably. Do you own Musha? Yes. Dobby, I own the whole Sega Genesis collection, US. Yeah, Sega Saturn is good. Have you played any of the Asterix games, mostly PAL exclusives? On what system? Favorite version of Doom? Jaguar N64, PS1. N64, which is kind of a sequel to Doom 2, but I like that version of Doom. What about Saturn do you like more than Dreamcast? Saturn had just amazing 2D ports, and the imports in Saturn are just insane. A lot of great imports on the Saturn. I have a good friend, Murder of Crows, Sega Saturn Shiro, and he really opened my eyes to a lot of great stuff on the Saturn. Such a great guy. Best light gun games? I like Lethal Enforcers quite a bit. That's a fun one. Alright. Play a little bit more. What's the scariest Doom game? I don't know. The first one was pretty scary when I played it. Yeah, I know there's a ton of Asterix games. That's why I was asking you in specific. I've played several of them. So everything from... Actually, I think there's an Asterix game for the 2600 as well. Yes. The Asterix arcade beat 'em up is pretty good. Will I ever do the live stream gaming? Yeah, we'll see. Miss 2D or Miss 2D or Miss 3D. Have to think about that. Alone in the Dark series, played that on 3DO, believe it or not, back in the day. Playing Saturn online, huh? Wow. So Gametainment, you didn't say whether or not you regretted it or not. Or was it worth it? Chris McVeigh, no, I don't have a complete Arcadia 2001 set. I have a lot, though. Of the Wii, PS3, and Xbox 360, I'd probably choose the PS3. Kiet, you can go to the website to find out why they are moving. What do I think of Death Stranding? Haven't played it. Death Stranding. Sorry, Death Stranding. I always say that. So, Death Stranding. What percentage of your game collection have you beaten? Not enough. We'll just say that. Maybe one of these days I'll sit down and be playing some more. I got about 4 more minutes, and I'm going to be signing out. It's great talking to people and seeing people on here. Do I like the Wii or the Wii U better? I like the Wii U better. Someone's asking, is the Atari VCS really doomed? I think so. I don't know if we'll even get it. How many Wii games do you own? Probably 150, 200. A book non-game related that you love. Huh. Lots of good books out there. It's a children's book called The Human Race. Check it out. I don't know who the author is. Congrats. Favorite imaginary console, Atari VCS or Coleco Chameleon? Well, let's see what the VCS does. I'm done for the year. And then next year, 2020, I got several cons I'm going to. Done for the year. Yes. Favorite taco place? There's some local taco places that are pretty awesome. Hello from Australia. Have I started playing the bass yet? No, I haven't. It's just it's on my to-do list. That's pretty funny, Hot Sauce Show. Maybe you could pick out like 20 games that you love and have your fans vote on what you should play for the next play stream. Maybe. Do you think Analog will make a TurboGrafx console? Possibly. Yes. One more minute. I got another minute, and then I'm going to call it a night. I'd love to play with Jason at some point. Do you have a home system hooked up to your console? For like stereo? No, not really. I mean, I have basic stereo, but nothing crazy. No, I don't own any of the retro USB Xmas games. Nope. Weirdest thing I've autographed for a fan? Nothing crazy. Just just basic stuff. Consoles, games, clothes. Nothing too crazy. Oh, a cast. A cast. But yeah. Thank you so much, Christopher Benjamin. Thank you for people and supporters of the channel. Soft tacos. Like soft tacos. Wii or Super Nintendo, which is wiser to collect? I think the Super Nintendo. Last movie I saw that I didn't hate the last X-Men game, but X-Men movie, but I saw it on Redbox for $1. So yes. Don't know about future cons at this point, and so there hasn't been anything set in stone for this next year, other than PRGE. I'll be at PRGE. You can always guarantee me at those. I want to thank everybody for being on tonight, and so thank you so much. I'm going to go ahead and end this stream. I am pretty exhausted from the retro gaming conventions that I've gone to, PRGE and Retro Game Con, and both were fantastic. One in Syracuse, New York, one in Portland, Oregon, and looking forward to it. Thank you so much for people being on. This is the Immortal John Hancock. Until next time, you take care.